Hello and welcome to another free drawing lesson with your host, that's me, Mr. G. And we're going to draw Friday again as I write my affirmation on the paper. I can. Always believe you can draw. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't draw. Starting with our light blue lines, nice and loose and scribbly as we block in the things that we want in our drawing. And I've had an idea for this drawing for a while, and also have gotten a lot of requests from kiddos asking me about drawing superheroes. So I thought I'd combine them both into a fun Friday drawing lesson with our hero Friday as a superhero, Super Friday. So blocking in things. As you practice drawing and you get better at drawing, you will learn how to imagine the drawing already completed on the page, so it'd be almost like you're just tracing it in place. Blocking in the muscles now. Basic shapes. Circles, circles, circles. Don't worry about being perfect. There's no such thing, and you all have different styles. There's so much room in this world for all kinds of art and all different styles of each art form. Friday's going to be flying off to save the day, da da da! Action lines, so we can tell he's in motion, and shining light coming out of him like superheroes do, do do do, a lot of light, do 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 do. We probably won't need all that, but it's got them all blocked in. Looks pretty good. And if not, you know what? We can always draw another one, start all over, but don't throw things out. Save all of your drawings. Even if you don't like them, they are a record of your progress. Now we're switching to darker lines as we reinforce the lines we want to keep with darker lines. And you know what? Even then you might find that you make a line that you don't entirely love, but that's okay, because again, you keep drawing, keep practicing, keep trying new things, and just enjoy the ride. Like going to an amusement park. You wouldn't skip the ride. You wouldn't wait in line for hours, get to the front of the line, and skip the ride and go off the line, would you? No. Enjoy the ride of drawing, creating something cool and unique. You'll learn something along the way. Darkening the lines you want to keep, ignoring the lines. You notice how I'm making changes right on top. It's good to have layers, starting light and loose and scribbly, and drawing on top of it, just like the pros do. Comic book artists, animators, cartoonists. If the pros do it, why shouldn't you? Don't judge yourself too much either. Don't pick yourself apart. You are going to be learning all your life. You may notice how I kind of trace a line in the air before I make it sometimes. And that's good too. Planning, planning, planning. Not a bad thing. We could all stand to be better planners. And artists are no exception. Big, beefy. We know Friday's not really this beefy, but he's a cartoon and he can be whatever he wants to. That's the cool thing about being a cartoon. Dun 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 dun. I'm changing his hand so he's pointing up like superheroes do, pointing for truth, justice, and apple pie with baseball and mom and extra cape lines. Whee! Lines of the cape flowing. He's taken off. It's fun to kind of ramble and sing a little bit while you draw. You're in your own little world. You are the ultimate creator of your world. Whatever you want to draw, just do it. Get it out of your system. It's fun. Besides, artists are supposed to be a little weird. If you want to be a good artist, you got to be a little bit weird. And here's a cool tip and trick, kids and cadets. The making of muscle lines, comic book muscle lines. All the circles we blocked in with the light blue lines, you shade like you would a circle. Look for the individual circles in body parts, arms and legs and such, and you shade them like you would a circle. I'm going to make mine a little darker there, so it looks more like the ink that the comic book artists use. See how I'm curving my lines a little bit so that they look like shaded circles? And studying anatomy is good. If you like to work out like I got into as I got older, then you learn how the muscles work and how they look right and how they go together in your body. And that's pretty cool too. So studying anatomy and how the muscles go together will help you draw better muscles. Remember, if you don't know how to draw something, find a reference. If you can't draw a cow, find a cow and draw it. Find a picture. Go on the internet. Be safe when you do, but the internet's got a lot of cool pictures out there that you can use as references. And again, this is something the pros do. Animators, cartoonists have mirrors at their desks so that they can see facial expressions. They don't memorize everything. You wouldn't memorize the dictionary. You know where to look things up. Let's put some shadows in here, somewhere between the scribbly lines, the refined lines, and the inked in lines. We'll have some shadows. I'm not going to color it in today, but you could do that. You could copy this over and over if you need to, so you get it right as you like it, and then you can color things in. Decide what color costume Super Friday is going to have. Just to have some contrast. Contrast is good. Lights and darks. Contrast, kids and cadets. Put a little shadow over here, and some shadows over here. Shade his washboard stomach. Shade under his chin with his superior eyebrows. And fabulous Friday hair. And let's make the lines down here a little bit better. And more clouds of smoke. Even though there's no dust around, they always take off in a cloud of smoke. Darken that in there. And title it Super Friday. Super Friday. Keep on drawing, kids.